online, hello. For those of you who are online, we'll be starting any minute, just a minute. Let's all sing a nigun together while we're waiting for everybody to settle in. This one goes like this. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Let's hear it, but I think you know it by now. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. One more time. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai.
Sometimes you just need to stop. And you need your music stand to move down. Here, we'll go the whole way. The week is going, things are running along, and you just need to stop. I want to invite all of us, because we've made it. We made it to the end of the week. We made it to Shabbat, to take just a deep breath together. We made it. We're going to take some time together. For those of us who are here in our sanctuary, those of us who are joining us online, and welcome and Shabbat Shalom. If you're joining us online on Facebook and on YouTube, I want to just offer a note that at tilb.org, you'll find a higher quality stream, and you can offer the names of those you're thinking of as we get towards our memorial prayer and our healing prayer. All of us, online and here, we're going to take a moment. We're going to have an experience to sing some songs, to offer some words, and all of them are an invitation simply to take a breath. So I want to invite us to take one more breath. Let's do it together. And now we have a tradition at Temple Israel to turn to each other and to welcome one another, to create this space into a sanctuary by simply saying to each other, Shabbat Shalom, hello, I'm so glad that you're here. And so I want to invite you, if there's someone that you haven't seen for a while, maybe someone you haven't met, go ahead and say hello to that person. We can even stand up. I know it's going to change the mood a little bit from that deep breath, but go ahead. Let's say Shabbat Shalom to one another as we begin this holiday.
All right. Does everybody feel welcomed? Yeah. Welcome.
Feels like a sanctuary.
Yeah, it feels like a sanctuary. So we're going to do a new prayer today, a new song that we've never done here that I know of. It's possible it was done, not in my time. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece written by Scott Leader and arranged by a group called Sababa. Yeah, you might know it. It's called Adonai Oz, and the words are on page 19. It's Psalm 29. It's the last verse. Adonai Oz le'amo yitain. Adonai Oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yevarech. Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai Oz le'amo yitain. Adonai Oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yevarech. Adonai shalom. God will grant strength to all people and bless us with shalom. God will grant strength to all people and bless us with shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yevarech. Adonai yevarech et amo. Vashalom. God will grant strength. God will grant strength to all people and bless them with shalom. God will grant strength to all people and bless us with shalom. Thank you, David. That piano is gorgeous.
We continue now with the words of Lecha Dodi, a reminder that our tradition is ever growing, as this is a poem added later into our service by the Kabbalists of Tzfat, who would actually go out in the hills welcoming Shabbat, as if she were a bride on her wedding day. And so together, not yet, but when we get to the end of our prayer, the final verse, we'll rise and turn to the door through which we entered our sanctuary, welcoming Shabbat, as those Kabbalists did so many years ago, in the hills, inspired with open hearts, and welcoming her into this space. Invite us to turn to page 20.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori. Uri, shidaberi, kivod Adonai alaych nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom materet bala. Gam besimcha u'v'tzola. Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Malachei HaShalom.
We have a tradition on Shabbat evening to light candles, but I think that there's something profound to the idea of lighting more than one. There's actually nothing in the original texts that talks about the practice of Shabbat that invites us to light more than one candle. And the rabbis have a moment in the Torah where they say this and this reason is why, but I think that it's simple, and that it's as simple as more light is warmer, is better, is brighter. There is something about Shabbat evening that causes us to want to bring our lights together. And so tonight, I want to invite, if you have a particular light from the last week, something that you've celebrated, something that is a special moment of light, let's bring that together tonight. I want to invite you to help us light our candles tonight, so come on up. And they're always, yeah, Adolfo, come on up. Yeah, anyone who wants. I mean, it could be everyone. Yeah, come on up.
Let's do it, everybody.
Come on up. Good call, Adolfo. Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Come on up.
You were voluntold.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a step over here, but anyone who wants to come up, come on up. Now, I am going to very openly say, whoever would like to light the candles, please, by all means. Oh, it's good to be together.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that.
Please.
My right honorable friend has.
It sometimes takes a couple of guesses.
Oh, I've been here enough times to know to see.
You've seen it.
And whenever I see that, I could do better.
Now the pressure's on. Ooh,
all
you
right.
can do better. Here, let me just make eye contact with David. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehad ligner Shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
So
Shabbat
lovely.
Shalom. I want to offer just a very, very brief prayer, which is, blessed are you, Adonai our God, the one on high and all around us, whose form is found in this world in so many ways, and perhaps the brightest is in the warmth of one another.
Amen.
We can return to our seats.
Yeah, we don't. But what if we don't want to?
We continue as one with the words of Baruch Hu, which actually require us to be together. Invite us to turn to page 28 and to rise in body and in spirit.
Lai, 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 ai, lai, 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 ai, lai, 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hachochabim, b'mishmerotem b'rakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, uma'avdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv, Aravim. Page 32.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha Havta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, Beshoch beinu, Uvkumeinu, Nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha havta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, Beshoch beinu, Uvkumeinu, Nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem negeh yomam v'layla, Ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. 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 Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha Ledibarta bam, beshivtecha bevetecha, uvlechtecha vaderech, uvshokbecha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vechayu letotefot beinenecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot betecha, uvisharecha, leman tizkeru, Va'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, emet.
Sometimes miracles are powerful, and they overwhelm us, but sometimes miracles are as simple as things that happen each and every day. This next prayer, and the melody for it especially, call to mind the power of the ocean, of that moment when the Israelites walked through on dry land, perhaps simply appreciating the fact that they could make their way through, continuing on their path, and feeling moved by something as common, as simple, and as beautiful as the ocean. I invite us to sing together, calling out this miracle that is profound and that is available to us all around. Page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, oseh, Pele, Nora, Tehilot, Osef, Ele, Malchutecha, Rauvanecha, Bokeam Lifnei Moshe Miriam, Ze'eli, Anu ve'ameru, Adonai, Yimloch, Le'olam, Ba'ed, Adonai, Yimloch, Le'olam, Ba'ed. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, dai, 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 dai. Adonai, Yimloch, Le'olam, Ba'ed, Adonai, Yimloch, Le'olam, Ba'ed.
Well, let there be love and understanding among us. And may peace and friendship be our shelter and comfort from the storms that come in life. God, we know that this shelter comes from walking with good companions. Help us to seek them out and walk with them. And in so doing and being with those we love, we know that what will rise up in our hearts is hope and eternity in our thoughts. And so we ask these things so that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Page 42.
Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Sure. Who knows what piece is next? What prayer do we say next? And it's fun. Vishamru. Yes, and we know what to do with Vishamru. If you're new and you haven't been here yet, when we say the word et, I don't know why, because it's no relation to the word at all. It's more the melody. We go et, and we can jump up off of our seats. We can raise our arms, and it's very celebratory.
Yeah, festive.
Because we're so happy to be keeping Shabbat, so that's where it comes from.
That's it, yeah.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. B'ni u'bein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, veshamru Bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. You missed our great debate last week.
Oh, what was the debate?
The debate on whether to clap on 1 and 3 or 2 and 4.
Yes.
And there were musicians in the room who were like, Veshamru, Vene, and then there were others who were like, Veshamru, and it really got heated in here.
I mean, this is the classical jazz divide, right? I mean, if you play Latin or you play jazz, it's 2 and 4, right? But if you play, the other music, then
Anything else?
then it's 1 and 4, I think. Right?
That would be complicated.
And for those of you who are clapping on the and of 3,
We appreciate
yeah.
that. Let's keep that syncopation.
Well, let's syncopate our way into the Amidah. How would you syncopate the Amidah?
I don't know. I'm not going to try.
Okay, all right. So I want to invite us to continue on to the center of our service. Many scholars actually believe that this was the original prayer service. The Amidah was what we prayed, and everything that brought us to this moment was actually just a framing of this prayer and these prayers. Another time you can ask me why there are 19 prayers in the prayer that is labeled the 18 prayers. And we can wonder together, by the way, there's a lot of theories. But I think that there's something really profound about the idea of taking a prayer and setting a framing around it and a framing around it. It's a different experience to say this prayer here as opposed to just kind of opening up the book and starting with it. When we frame it with the prayers and the songs and even the experience of being together, it's a completely different set of words. And I would like to suggest that that's what prayer is for life. You can have prayer at any moment in life. There's something profound to having Shabbat come with a calendar, with a time. But prayer itself is really there just to lift up and let us celebrate a moment that could be like any other. But when we really examine it, when we really see it in context, we recognize it as beautiful, as profound. Let's take this moment together, this moment of Amidah. You'll find the words on page 46. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Adonai, Sfatai tiftach, Ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, Sfatai tiftach, Ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה, רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. נאמנת להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue silently, either using the words on the pages to follow or other words we might find in our hearts. We'll join together again on page 62. Our thoughts now turn to those in our community who are in need of healing. And that is a healing of the body or a healing of the mind, the spirit or the soul. I'd like to invite us to take a look at our pamphlets. We're deliberate in placing the names of those in our community who need healing in the pamphlet so that we can take a look, we can see, we can bring it home. If there's someone on here who you haven't seen in a little while, or maybe just want to take the opportunity to reach out to them, we know that healing takes many forms. One of them is with a simple phone call, a text message, just telling someone you're thinking of them. So I invite us to take a look, to reach out to those in our community who are in need of healing, and allow this prayer to take its many forms. We additionally think of those who recently came onto our list, and so our hearts are with Linda Fox and Joshua Kay, Joseph Schleich and Ed Zweiback, Amelia Kaplan and Connie Koppes, Charles Schnee. If you're joining us online, I'd like to invite you to share the names of those that you're thinking of now in the chat at this time. And for those of us who are here in our sanctuary, I'd like to, if you would like to share the name of someone, please rise and share their name as my eyes meet yours. We add to these names Frida Ferris, Curtis Bechtel, Pat Rolls, Mike Hoffey, Will McHenry, Olivia Escoboza, Linda Lord, Jeff Kohlberg, and Ron Picar. I invite us to join together with the words on page 253 as we offer these words of healing.
Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We continue our service now with the words of Aleinu on page 282. You'll find the words at the bottom of that page. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, Latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kaham, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those in our community who have died in recent days or in this season in years past. And so if you're joining us online, I'd like to invite you to share the names of those that you are thinking of in the chat at this time. And together as one community, our hearts go out to those who are observing Shloshim, the 30 days after the death of someone near to them. And so as we remember Eitan Alpern, our hearts go out to David Alpern and Sherry, Jacob and Liam and Michelle. As we remember Terry Gallo, our hearts go out to Randy and Robin Schaefer. As we remember Marcus Lowenstein, our hearts go out to Harry Lowenstein and Ava Lowenstein, Ryan and Daryl. And as we remember Sheldon Cohen, our hearts go out to Seth and Vicky Kogan. We additionally mark the yard site, the anniversary of the death of Louis Adler, Amalia Appel, Henry Berman, Richard Bobb, James Bollingmo, Tabitha Cohen, Jean Dorr, Sadie Dover, Donald Eisner, Sylvia Feudim, Ava Ivner, Richard Lager, Arnold Lander, David Lander, Esther Lander, Arthur Lebb, Bertha Levin, Reggie Levy, Ida Nahum, Pat O'Connor, Evelyn Perlman, Mary Pomper, Pamela Ratner, Fred Rayner, Marcel Solomon, James Ellis Schneider, Shirley Schnee, Michelle Sloan, Rachel Tsipkis, Rose Warren, Jean Wheel, Robert Weinblatt, and Harry Wolf. If you are here in our sanctuary and are thinking of someone in particular this Shabbat and you'd like to add their name to this list, I'd like to invite you to rise and share their name as my eyes meet yours. We additionally think of Rick Lager. I'd like to invite all of us now to turn to the words on page 294. Page 294, and please rise in body and spirit, or in spirit, and in love and in solidarity, as we offer these traditional words of mourning. We recite them together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'alma divrach ute ve'amlich malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach leolam omel maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chayim alinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom alinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'emru. Amen. Zichronam livracha, may the memories of those near to us continue to be a source of blessing. I invite us together to say, Amen. Please be seated. I would now like to call up our president of our board of directors, Mark Dressner, to share some of the goings on at Temple Israel. Let me get you a microphone.
Uh-oh.
Check, check.
Sometimes it takes a moment.
Shabbat shalom. What does the et mean? You know, ever since when you said that earlier today, I think et is an introduction. It introduces the ha word, the word. So et always comes at the after the verb. If there's a ha, a the, something, so et ha Shabbat or et ha Shamaim. So I think of it as the celebration of the introduction of the. So that's the nerd in me speaking. Right. How about Selah? What does Selah mean? I'm going to talk a little bit different about some of the things going on because we have a kind of a slow week this week. We have our usual things going on. We have our New Testament study from a Jewish perspective. We have our Musar study group this week. We have Tanakh study group, and we have the men's minyan going on. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot more, except on Sunday at 11 o'clock, there is a discussion, a parent discussion and learning with Rabbi Fox, and specifically for Torah Center parents, but it seems like if you have grandparents, grandchildren, that would be good too. I want to take this opportunity to just talk about other ways to be involved in the temple and really get your... and get your membership worth being part of the temple. So I just want to highlight 4 committees that might be of interest to you. First, the Social Action Committee. The Social Action is really looking for a lot of new blood, some younger people, teenagers, young adults, and they kind of set the agenda for what we do social action-wise in the temple, everything from feeding the homeless and collecting clothes and walking in the Women's March. There's all kinds of things going on. So if you're interested in social action, this is a really good group to be involved in. And they kind of do the work for you, and you could kind of go along. The second one I'm thinking about is Ritual Practice Committee. The Ritual Practice Committee works with the Rabbi and the Cantor to discuss and how we're going to, go along with ritual practice services and things like that. But also there's a lot of learning that goes on there. So if you're really interested in ritual practice, that's a good committee to go to and learn a little bit more about details about Jewish rituals. Joys of Jewish Learning is a good opportunity to join that committee because they're the ones that determine all the education that we do during the year. So if there's specific things you're interested in, it's your opportunity to influence that committee. And the last one, if you're really interested in meeting people and being around other people, membership is a really great committee to be in. Because they deliver welcome baskets to new members, and try to come up with different events to do with new members. So if you're really outgoing and you like meeting new people, that's a really good committee to be in. The fifth one I was going to say something about is sisterhood. Is there something I should say about sisterhood, about their... My problem with sisterhood is they don't let me be a member, and I paid my dues one time, and I got a nice phone call saying that, I know you got the note, and do you want the money back? And I said, no, I'll donate, but I kind of want to be part of your group. Anyway, so I just want to highlight, those are some of the opportunities to really get more involved in the temple and depending on what you're interested in. Yes? That's right. If you like people... if you really like people, but it actually is so fun. And if you're a greeter for the temple, what you do is come about half an hour before service. It'll be either at 5:30 or 6:30, and you either in the front greeting people when they come into the temple, or standing at the outside the sanctuary and greeting people again and handing out programs, or sitting and helping with name tags and greeting people there. So it's a really nice way to make people feel welcome, and then you get to know people too, which is really fun. That's how I know so many people, because I'm a regular greeter. Anything else? Anyone else? Yeah, Ruth. Right. And caring committee is this is really cool. Caring committee is part of is a subset of ritual practice committee, really, and they're the people who are really there for you when someone dies or if someone is sick, and they know a lot of the rituals, and it's a good opportunity to learn the rituals, but to be there with fellow congregants during their times of need. And they are the heart of this temple, that committee. Great, thank you. All right, I think that's all I'm going to say for tonight. So, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Or should I say, Toda Rabba?
Toda Rabba.
We have another blessing for this evening, calling out a little bit of thanks for a feeling that happens on Shabbat. It's certainly a call to do good work in this world and make this happen in other places, but I feel like when we sing the words of Oseh Shalom on Shabbat, we're simply giving thanks for the opportunity to be in a space where we might feel at peace just a little bit, just for a little moment, a little taste of Shabbat. Let's sing together.
Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru ve'imeru amen amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru ve'imeru amen amen. Hu yaseh Shalom, hu yaseh Shalom, hu yaseh Shalom, hu yaseh Shalom, Oseh Shalom bimromav hu yaseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru ve'imeru amen 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 amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I want to invite everyone to come on forward. Let's join together as we offer a blessing for our Kiddush and our Motzi. Let's be together, continuing the sweetness of this day. Shabbat Shalom. Come on forward. Is it
Mine,
you or-
yes, for
okay,
me.
all right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei puri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki banu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat lechaim. I'll take that. Ooh.
That is a beautiful
Ah.
Hey.
Hey. All right, so I've got one finger on the challah. So if we all make a chain, someone's touching someone who's 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 touching the challah, then we're all touching the challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. B'tei avon. Shabbat shalom, and thank you to David York.
Thank you, David. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Don't be shy.
Cantor Cooper likes challah, but not that
Not this much. Uh-huh.
Oh, you want some beef?
You're good.
All right.
All right, Dee got it started.